Alright, my man Nico. How's it going?
Okay. You and Badman got any more work you need help with?
It's a funny thing you should mention that to my brother. Batman is right impressed with what you're doing for I&I. He wants to know if you want to deliver some package around town to some various people and things in the city. Plenty of card in that for you, you know.
That sounds good.
Wicked, man. Give her a call when you're ready for this first run. There'll be a lot of work, so call whenever, you know? One love, Bridget.
What's good, YouTube? I'm Lenny, he's Carl, and this is Let's Play Grand Theft Auto 4 Part 16, and we just got introduced to these delivery missions for little Jacob, and we're gonna do that for you right here, right now.
Hey, Jacob, you got any product that needs delivering?
Alright. But once you open, you give us a call, you know. There'll be a package waiting for a mafia brother like you in a car by the cafe, you know. Put the car in a car stuck in a service heights. One love, Nico.
So these delivery missions that you get to do for little Jacob are much like the taxi missions for Roman, but not as like repetitive. Well, it's still repetitive, but it's not going to be like the same thing. Just like pick this guy up and drop this guy off here. It's going to be, for the most part, a different thing every time you do them. So we're not going to be doing them all at once. It's all compacted together in one part. So this whole part isn't going to be just doing these delivery missions because I really like these.
Oh, that was a cool car. You see that?
The painted voodoo, the unique color, Jamaican color voodoo. Is that that's your favorite car?
Yeah, it is. It's amazing.
And that's actually true.
Or is it? You don't know.
Anyway, so we're not gonna compact this all into one part. We're just gonna be doing this whenever we feel like at certain parts in the story. And we're listening to Tough Gong Radio in this beated up car.
Beautiful radio station. My favorite.
Awesome.
You didn't know I was gonna say that.
Caught me by surprise.
No.
So, in these missions, the delivery, you're not delivering a box of flowers. If you didn't, sorry to disappoint anybody out there, but you're delivering drugs. And there's certain types of deliveries you can do. This one, we're just going to stash the drugs, and then we're going.
Oh, jeez.
Gosh. So yeah, and magic teleporting car teleports behind us, and we stash the car in this parking lot here, and then a rival gang shows up and it's like, hey, it's our drugs now, which is quite common. So we're just gonna headshot all of these guys here as they shoot us. You'll always get injured in these missions because they always have like a great advantage on you. And this guy's up, nope, down. I like how he was like, oh, I'm getting up, boom, right in the chest.
That one felt some pain. He had like 5 shots on him. That busted gun.
I would hate to be that guy right now.
Hey man, I successfully delivered the package.
Alright, Nico. And the friend of a friend in enough time. Come if you want to make another delivery,
So again, we're not going to be doing that all in one mission like we did with the taxi missions. We're going to be placing that throughout the story. And right now we are going to take this stolen intruder that we just stole from the rival gang, and I actually don't know which gang that was. Normally I would know that kind of stuff.
10 normally.
Yeah, the rival gang with the Yardies is the Russians.
Exclusive episode.
If you didn't know that, you should know that because
oh gosh.
Little bit of trivia for you here. The Yardi territory, the main territory is Beechwood City, and Willis and Schottler. All right. So, and the Russian territory.
They're running over some people. Holy crap! I did not expect that.
They are not getting up after that.
Red mist.
Alright, so,
I'm surprised there's no blood stains on the car.
there probably is. But the Russian territory is the South Broker area, some of downtown, and a little bit of South Slopes. So, and if you know your Liberty City geography, you know that that is right next to the territory of the Yardies. So the Yardi territory and the Russian Mafia territory are all right next to each other. Just like
can never be good.
They're touching each other. And if you don't know anything about gangs, normally anybody's gang territory who is right next to each other are gonna have some problems unless they're either of like the same race or something. Like, good example, there's some Hispanic gangs up in Bohan and North Holland who their territories right next to each other, but they're not rivals since they're the same race. So we'll continue talking about that after this very interesting cutscene of the mission No Love Lost.
Where she is.
I tell you,
don't see why
I
it's
want you
such
to
a
keep an
problem.
eye on her.
Hey,
I'm out
stand
making
over
money
here.
all day.
Why are you
How
being
many
like
times
this
do I have to
again?
tell you? Keep an eye on the fucking girl. Господи,
girl, she's your daughter.
Что? Каждала ответа? Или Богу твоему так же наплевать на тебя, как и всем остальным?
You're a terrible
You
man.
superstitious old crone! I'll see you in hell! Someday I'll crucify you! Niko Bellic. Yes. Good name. Good name. Where's Dimitri?
He's busy. He said he had something to do.
Something. Something. Let me tell you something. Me and this guy, we were in the army together. We were in prison together. We are like brothers. Now it's always something.
Always something.
Always something, yes. You want a drink?
No, thank you.
Well, I do. Yeah.
You all right,
What?
Mr. Faustin?
No! I'm fucking angry.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Let me ask you something. You know her?
No.
Good. Because if you did, I'd fucking kill you.
Why?
She's my daughter. Ungrateful bitch. I bring her here. I spoil her rotten. Raise her well. Look at this. Look. Look what I've given her!
Yeah. She's, very lucky to have such a loving father.
She is. She's an out-of-control bitch. Because of you, you pathetic mess. But I don't accept my daughter turning into a whore. Niko, she's at Firefly Island. Go there. If she's meeting up with that bike pimp boyfriend, get him. Find Dimitri for me.
Okay,
Have him call me.
sure.
Go!
All right.
So back what we were talking about earlier, the Russian mafia is a big organized crime family in Liberty City. There's very few, there's like street gangs and then there's crime families. The other big one is they're actually called the Commission, but it's basically the Italian mafia. But they're like so big, they own like all of Albany, so they're really big, so they just have this special name for them that they're called the Commission, but there's like 4 or 5 families and they're all
That's a pretty cool name.
they're all pretty big, so that's what they're called there. And then the other organized crime in Liberty City is
Beautiful car.
Russian mafia, and we're gonna take the Turismo again because
Gorgeous.
it's great for this mission. So anyway, the Russians are this big organized crime family, and then the Yardis are this little, they're pretty little street gang that they're actually like one of the most like peaceful gangs in Liberty City. So those right next to
Nothing
them,
to do with the drugs.
especially the type of drug. But so those 2 gangs bordering each other obviously create some tension, and it's just never a good thing. So we'll continue talking about that once again after this cutscene that's going to pop up.
Am I property of the Lost now?
Ha! If you were property, then all the brothers would get to share you. I want you all to myself.
Get away from Mr. Faustin's daughter.
Fuck you! This ain't Russia, and we ain't communists.
Tell my father I can see whoever I like.
I'm gonna get the brothers, and we're gonna kick your fucking ass!
So for this mission, they actually want you to take that bike, but you have plenty of time to go and take the car that you drove over here if you want to take that. That's why I grabbed the Turismo, because it's great for this mission. But anyway, the Russians are this big crime family. They have all this territory, and they basically want to expand. They want their territory to grow, so they want to take the Yardis' territory because they're this peaceful gang that's like right next to them. So it's like, why might as well. So that's why they're huge rivals.
But that's not nice.
Yeah.
Like, don't do it.
That's why they're huge rivals. They haven't done that yet, but the Yardies and the Russians are these just huge rivals. That's why. That's the main reason why, anyway. That's why if you live in Liberty City, if you're Russian, if you go to Beechwood City, you'll probably get gunned down by Yardies because they don't like Russians. And likewise, if you're Jamaican and you live in Liberty City and you go to Hope Beach and go sit down in 69th Street Diner, you're probably the only Jamaican person that in the city, because that's like right in the middle of all the Russian. Yeah, and little fender back there. So yeah, that's a little bit of a game.
Oh, jeez.
Running over some more people. That car we actually passed was my personal favorite car in the game, even in my favorite color. So kind of sucks you're in a mission when you take that.
What's the favorite color?
Green.
Yeah. Green.
So you can try to shoot this guy off his bike, but it's actually pretty. It takes a lot of bullets because he has this extended amount of health. Because you're actually supposed to follow him until his gang members catch up with him, and then you're supposed to take on his gang members. But anyway, there is a gang in all of Bohan, basically, the Spanish Lords. And the Spanish Lords are not rivals, they're allies with the Yardies because they supply Yardies with like weapons and stuff. Yeah, we're gonna get a few biker headshots here. All you bikers out there will love this episode. But they don't want the Russians to acquire the territory from the Yardies because that would make the Russian territory expand.
Bring it on.
That would make the Russian territory expand, and the Spanish Lords don't want that, so that's why the allies, the Yardies, are also the Spanish Lords. So that's pretty interesting too. And then the Triads are also in Cerveza Heights, which is right next to Beechwood City in the Yardie territory.
And also in Rush Hour 3. Also, it was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, but that's not their main territory. They're just there because there's like a Chinese restaurant or something there, so they have territory there. But they're mostly in Algonquin. They have like 2 different territories. So if the Russians acquire all of the Yardies' territory, then they would basically just expand to all of Broker and Dukes. So that's what the Spanish Lords, they don't want that, so that's why they're allies with the Yardies. So that's just trivia. Gang trivia in Grand Theft Auto. Felt the need to tell you about in this part, which is coming to an end after this.
I don't know how happy your daughter will be.
I don't care about her happiness. I care about discipline and loyalty. Thank you, Nico.
So this has been Carroy, and we will see you in part 16. See you.